Hey everyone, welcome to Move Medicine. I'm Katie. I'm going to be doing a yoga flow today that's going to be about 20 minutes long with a little bit of everything. So you're going to see some heart opening, hip opening, twisting, so lots of flowy, stretchy goodness in this one. So roll out your mat. I will be using a block at some points, but if you don't have one, don't stress, and let's get moving. So starting off at the front of your mat, heels and toes together, sweep your arms up overhead and fold forward. Lift the heart up for a second and exhale back and do a flow. You can come to your knees and do a tricep push-up. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to be walking out the dog a little bit here, pressing into the hands, letting the head fall. Just doing any movement that feels good to help you wake up the body just a little bit more. And stepping forward towards your hands, inhale, heart forward, exhale back down into forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up and back down into forward fold. Inhale, heart up. Exhale, and we're going to repeat this motion, sweeping the arms up overhead. Exhale, back down. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, back down. Inhale. And do a little back bend here. Exhale the hands to prayer, keeping the core tight. Then inhale that leg up, placing the hand on the outside of the knee, the left hand, and sweep that right arm back. Maybe looking at your hand if you're good with your balance. Pointing the toe towards the floor and keeping the core tucked in, helping you balance. If you're modifying, keeping the foot tucked in like this is what that's going to look like. Now stepping the foot back into a lunge, a high lunge, sweeping the arms up overhead. Exhale into this lunge. Keeping the front knee bent. Exhale over that leg. Placing the fingertips on the floor. And then inhale, sweeping that left arm up into a twist. Breathing here. And exhale that arm back down towards the floor and step back into your plank. Coming to your knees if you need to. Going through a flow. Inhale to cobra or up dog and exhale back into your downward facing dog. Now, if the downward facing dog ever becomes too much, you can come to a child's pose instead. Again, walking out the dog. Inhale and exhale, looking at your hands, stepping the feet forward to meet them. Exhale down into forward fold. Inhale up. Exhale back down. Inhale to rise. Hands overhead. Coming back into prayer. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, heart up. Exhale, back down. Inhale again, repeating this. Hands up overhead. Coming into prayer. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, heart up. Exhale, back down. Inhale. Exhale, hands into prayer. Inhale, hands up. Maybe do a little back bend here, staying in this position. Exhale, hands into prayer. And then let's lift up that left leg. And sweeping that left arm back. Maybe looking at that hand. Again, tucking in that toe closer to your other leg if you struggle with balance, or bringing that knee up at a 90-degree. Keeping the core tight and tucked in. Stepping that left foot back, sweeping the arms up into your high lunge. Exhale your hands down and sweep the right arm up into that twist, keeping the hips square to the floor. Exhale that hand back down, back into downward facing dog, and walk out your dog. Inhale the right leg up, bend the knee, opening up that hip, but keeping your shoulders square to the floor. Now you can stay in this three-legged dog with the knee bent, opening up that hip, or you can bring it down into Wild Thing, just letting that top foot fall behind you into a back bend. Coming back over the mat, coming into Pigeon on the right side, letting that right knee touch the right wrist, placing it on the floor, straightening the left leg, pointing the toe behind you, and staying here and pressing the torso up for a second, getting a great stretch in that hip flexor, and then maybe coming forward onto your elbows and breathing here, in through the nose and out through the nose. And coming back up with your torso, bending that back knee and sweeping that right arm up and over. You can either stay here and stretch through that side, or you can straighten out that back leg and bring that foot in towards you. Stretching out that leg, pointing the toe, and bringing the foot in as much as the body will allow. And letting the foot go. From here, let's come into a side plank on the left hand. You can straighten the left leg and modify by putting the right foot on the floor, either in front or behind the left leg. And sweep the left arm up by your ear, stretching the body long. Inhale and exhale. And then slowly placing the right hand back on the floor in a downward facing dog. Again, any movement that feels good here. And sweeping the left leg up, bending that top knee. And then come into Wild Thing, or you can stay in that three-legged dog. Getting a mini back bend in here, just sweeping back for just a second. And then placing the left hand on the floor slowly, coming into Pigeon, meeting us here if you're in three-legged dog. And lifting up that torso, pressing into the floor and your front knee with your hands. And then exhale forward, elbows to the floor. Breathe here. Then slowly walking your hands up, tucking in that back knee, sweeping the left arm up and over. You can either stay here, or you can keep that leg straight and bend that knee in towards your torso. And turning the torso towards that foot to make it a little easier. Adjusting as you need to. And then place the foot back down. And from Pigeon, come into your side plank on your right, sweeping the left arm up, And you can modify again by placing that left foot behind the right on the floor. Stay here or straighten both legs and sweep that left arm up and by your ear. And sweep that left arm up by your ear, making the body long. Then slowly come to downward facing dog by placing the left hand on the floor. Let's come into a little flow of coming into cobra and then back into downward facing dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale forward, letting the hips drop towards the floor, lifting the chest up, keeping the arms straight. Exhale back, and then stay here. And looking at your hands, we're going to hop forward or walk forward into a seated position. Just bang the knees onto the floor and then come into a forward fold, straightening both legs, flexing the feet. If you can reach the toes, you may do so. But make sure you bend in your hips and not in your upper back. You can also, if you have a block near you, you can grab that and place your head on the block to have a more relaxed forward fold experience. Inhaling and exhaling. Then tucking that right foot in, bending the knee. Inhale here and exhale the torso forward. Again, you can grab onto that foot, flexing the foot. Inhale and exhale. Slowing the breath. And walk it up, keeping that right knee bent. Let's place the foot on the outside of the left knee and do a twist. Placing that right hand on the floor, looking over that shoulder. With every breath, twist a little bit more. Let's do a counter stretch, twisting to the other side. And coming back to center. Straightening out that right leg, bending the left, and doing the same routine on the other side. Inhale here and exhale the torso over that front leg. Again, you can grab onto the foot if you can reach it. You can also use blocks here if you want something to help support your torso a little bit. Blocks are always great to have around when you're doing yoga. And then inhale the torso back up, and again sweep that left foot to the outside of the right knee and do your twist on the other side. Sweeping that right arm up and over. Inhale the torso tall and exhale twisting. And then do your counter stretch to the other side. And then come back to center. Slowly letting your spine roll to the floor gently. Let's do a twist to either side, tucking the knees in, letting them fall to the right. And letting the left hand fall to the other side. You can look at that left hand. Inhale and exhale. keeping with your steady breath. And then slowly coming back to center with your knees. You may need to shift your hips to the right to let the knees fall to the left. And again, you can look at that right arm that has fallen to the side. You can bend this elbow or you can keep it straight. It's up to you. And bring your knees back up to center, tucking the knees in. And then grabbing a hold of the bottoms of your feet, coming into happy baby. Maybe rocking the hips from side to side. Again, finding any movement that feels good, that helps you open up these hips more. Then slowly letting the feet fall towards the floor into supine Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Inhale and exhale. Now you can stay in reclined butterfly pose for your Shavasana, or you can straighten out the legs in traditional Shavasana. Just stay with your steady breathing. Inhale and exhale, just letting the muscles relax and let go. Just taking stock of how you feel now versus when you started. Now you may stay here for as long as you need to. If you need to go, start to bring movement back into your limbs. Maybe open your eyes, maybe rocking the knees back and forth. And then slowly come to a fetal position and walk your hands up to a seated position. Roll the shoulders up and back, and you are done. I hope you enjoyed this routine today. Please let me know in the comments how you feel. Remember to like this video, and I hope to see you at the next workout. You guys have a wonderful day.